one of the best marketing campaigns out there for engine oil. Do you really know what's in the bottle?
Oil.
Exactly.
That's the truth. I mean, you see drag racing, everything, John Force, Castrol, this and that. Everybody has to say, do you really think it's in there? Who knows? Can you tell by looking at it? I can't.
I can't. I can tell you what it's not based on the color.
Yeah. Well, again, it's all. I think we're going to have a lot of good questions for Cameron, and I think everybody's going to really enjoy
And I
it.
want the racers out there. You've got a week to prepare for this.
Yeah.
You've got a week to think about your questions. Don't be afraid to hit us up. You can send them to nwdirtnews@yahoo. You can hit us up on the chat line next, or on the call-in line, 503-862-3478. I want to engage the racing community.
Yeah.
I want these guys to be active on the show.
And, this isn't some small-time guy. You can Google his name.
No, this guy's...
Yeah, he's big-time.
Absolutely.
Big-time guy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it'll definitely be a pleasure to have him on the show. And like I say, it's just luckily I've had the friendship with him for a lot of years. So it's definitely going to be a good thing for everybody.
Yeah, especially when you type in Google and go Cameron E. and his autofills his name.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Well, his dad, I mean, look at the roots he comes from. His
Yeah.
dad, honestly, one of the best announcers, if not the best,
Yeah.
that I've ever heard.
He's got a legendary voice. Most people recognize it. Even if you're not into drag race or anything, you would recognize his voice from movies.
American Sports Cavalcade on TNN.
Back in the day.
Thursday
Performance
Night
Plus.
Thunder.
Yep.
I mean, drag racing. He's done it all. Obviously he's not with us anymore,
Right.
but he
actually, if you go to Cameron's Facebook page, there's a picture of him with his dad on it. So
was one of the best, and I'm looking forward to talking with Cameron and on a subject that I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about.
You don't even check your oil.
I do.
No,
when
Sandy
that light comes
does.
on, I put a little
Sandy
in.
does.
Yeah.
He uses
I'm pretty
the fill sensor.
adamant. I'm pretty adamant on keeping the oil changed in the cars.
He said check, not changed.
I said change.
And I said
simple.
check. So
I don't like change.
Yeah, see? Dumb.
Strike two, Sam.
Bring 3. Just bring 3.
He's a violent individual. What's on our list?
Aldi days.
Listen.
I think it's time you two just quiet, sit.
You know what we need is a dinner sponsor.
Yeah.
We've got it. We've got James Gang Pizza.
Well, we need.
They don't deliver over here.
It's a long ways away.
That's why we got to
listen,
transfer shops.
We
Studios, whatever you want to call it.
We had some James Gang in the studio tonight. We
Yeah.
ate it.
You had some Roger that up in the tower that one night, too, and how'd that work out for you?
Worked out really good for us. You should have
not
been there.
so much for the pit crew guys.
You should have been there.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
management.
Hey, speaking of pit crew guys, Sam, he's known as our GoPro expert here at Moxie, the video guy, the one that's always making those awesome videos that we put on Facebook.
We're going to talk about that.
But we don't know how he does it. I mean,
I don't know if you're going to learn his secrets.
I don't expect him to share it. It's kind of like asking
His
Rob
time.
Mayo what kind of shocks he's running.
His time that goes into these videos is, and I had to learn this firsthand. See, he had to come in our old studio and say, "Let me show you," because I've been asking, "Hey, you gonna post that video?" He shows up, opens up his computer, and says, "Let me show you something. Sit down." And this is honest to God truth. 8 hours later, we posted the video. He's got this studio and these programs. He's using 2 or 3. How many programs you got?
2 so far.
2 he's using, and he's blending stuff. And it's not like taking a video on your phone and posting it to Facebook or whatever you're doing. Sam, I want to talk to you about that because a lot of people don't understand what goes in. Like the average fans that look at our page, all the compliments. Now we've had some videos with, close to 100,000 views, 70,000, 100,000, 80,000. The thing about it is, this is one thing I want to talk to Sam about it. Sam now has people around the country. These are other racing pages.
And Globe.
Well, New Zealand and Australia, messaging us, asking how you do that. How'd you do this? How'd you do that? And that's a testimony to his talent. I think it's pretty awesome when other racing pages, other racing news pages, are getting a hold of him, asking him how he did it. Why'd you use this angle? Well, because Corey shatters lenses. That's why.
Pretty much.
I saw that one, and I laughed hysterically at that.
I didn't think it was funny.
The
it's only
awesome
happened.
video you ever did was that Hornet race.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
I like how you made it look like I won.
Oh, yeah. I got that. That was that special editing tool with the yellow cars and the... I had the crayon in the box.
That was good, though.
Yeah.
That was good. Sam, let's talk about what goes in. So Saturday, you get to the racetrack. And Sam, what's he do? He gets to the racetrack, he comes up, and he says, who are we on? I'll have a list of cars. He goes down in the pit area. I've been down there with him. I no longer am around him when he's mounting cameras because I'm not. Oh,
You
hey,
make it harder.
I do. I'm not going to lie.
And I'm not talking the good way.
I'm not going to. Listen, I'm not going to argue that. That's why I stay away. But Sam does his thing, mounts his cameras, and gets them all ready. At the end of the night, he goes around, and we're using, sometimes up to 8, 9 cameras a night, right, Sam?
We have 11 at our disposal. So
We're not always using 11.
We're not always using 11 because sometimes I'm really tired and I don't want to work that hard.
But on the average,
and you have
8
all
to
the
9
help in the booth with you because you're selfish that way. Somebody's got to
You're
bring
welcome
you
up
your
there anytime.
Aquafina or whatever it is.
Terrier with a P.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So he gets out there and he mounts the cameras. And in the night, he walks around, has to dismount them, put them in the boxes, and he goes home. He doesn't go to sleep.
No.
He goes straight to work.
Yeah, night shift.
Okay. Let's talk about what goes into putting these videos together. And maybe you can give some of these guys advice on how to get a better video that they can email to us and we can use on Moxie Media Promotions.
Well, one of the first things I learned was trust the driver. Most everybody says don't trust the driver, but they're in the car a lot, and they've had a lot of stuff coming at them. So I really just started talking a lot to the drivers when I first started doing it to figure out what a good angle would be and asking a lot of questions. So I wasn't all that confident at the first part, I guess, but then we got the second camera to get a different angle because there were nights, literally, it didn't matter how the track was. Could have been dry, slick. It could have been heavy. It just, the lens got covered or it got broke and you didn't have any more footage. So,
But it was a good view until that happened.
yeah, it was awesome view
right.
until that happened, but then you don't really have a video anymore to, like, finish it up. So having 2 cameras on one car was really kind of the option for front and rear. That's
Nobody knows all the effort that you go into with this and how much time you spend. But you'd have to be, you're one of the heroes to this whole thing, and you doing these videos, nobody knows about how much you put into this. That you're truly one of the heroes to this, I got to say.
He's a big part of what we do.
You don't want any glory. You don't get any glory.
No.
I mean,
No.
nobody, again, unless somebody knows who you are now, I hope. But typically they don't. So it's really good that you're finally getting known for what you do.
See, this is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about him pulling a Warren.
No, that's not going to happen.
You never know.
Oh, no.
You never know.
I like the dirt too much, for one. I thank you guys for that. You guys definitely have seen a lot of what I do, and I don't think there is a bad angle on a race car per se, unless Corey touches the camera.
So there is a bad angle.
And then for some reason he attracts the rocks. I mean, I don't know what it is. Him and Joey Tanner, every time Tanner's got one on, or Colin's got one on, it's almost guaranteed. Or even Rob May, I guess, really.
Can I share a Rob May story about you?
Is Rob listening?
No.
Then yeah.
Okay. So this, you guys, honestly, this happened when I started Moxie back in 2012. Okay. We're about halfway through. Well, was that in 2012 you connected with me, or was that through 2013?
When did I get divorced? 2013.
Okay, so it's 2013. We're about 4 or 5 races into the season. Sam comes out, and again, good old friends from high school. Hadn't seen him for a while. We got to talking, and he starts talking about what he does. And I said, "Dude, let's get together." So we did. We put some cameras on some cars, and about 5 races in of Sam helping Moxie, Rob Maya is not the most approachable guy on appearance. He's so intense at what he does. Sam's like, "I want to be on Maya." Go ask him. He's like, "I'm not asking that, dude." Yeah, that guy's like, he's intense. So we go over there. I say, "Hey, Rob, this is my video guy, Sam. Sam is Rob Maya. Do you care if we put a couple cameras on your car?" Rob says, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Not a big deal." So we put two cameras on his car. Rob goes out, has an all right day. Main event rolls around. He's about, 8 laps in?
If even that.
Boom.
He was
Motor
up
blows.
top going.
Motor blows, right? Sam comes over and gets the camera off the car, doesn't say anything to Rob. Rob says nothing to him. About a month later, we go back and said, hey, Rob, last time didn't work out real well. Can we put some cameras on your car? Rob says, yeah, sure, go ahead. Laid back, chill, which he is. He's a fun guy. He says, yeah, sure, no problem, go ahead. Mounts the cameras up. Maya goes out in the main event. Boom! Blows the motor. Sam comes over to get his cameras. Rob says, don't ever talk to me about putting cameras on my car ever again. It's true. It happened.
Yeah, that was an expensive year for him.
So we didn't have cameras on Maya's car from 2013 until
last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's true.
I didn't even look in his direction.
He did.
What happened this last year?
One of the few times Rob showed up, we actually got to talking with him and convinced him, hey, look.
That was a fluke.
It really was.
And it was Corey's fault, not mine.
But we got some great footage, and he finished.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you what, though. When we were doing the Rick Barnes Memorial Race, I sent a group message to the Moxie guys. I'm like, hey, remember, guys, this race means a lot, blah, blah, blah. Sam was the first one. He called me up and said, hey, what can I do to help you out?
Mm-hmm.
And here I am cruising around a tractor, and I said, I'd like to do cameras here. These are the perspectives I'd like to get. I'd like to get Rick's perspective, put a camera on
turn 3
on Jerry O'Hagan, the corner flyer that took his place, or is filling his shoes, as Jerry likes to put it. Put
on the front stretch.
Put cameras on, a fast car, one of the modifieds, and then I'd like to put some on the pace truck or one of the extreme trucks. He goes, perfect, I'll bring the mounts. We'll see you on Saturday.
Yep.
He shows up, calls me up, says, hey, where are you at? And I'm like, I'm 5 steps behind you, bro.
Yeah. We got some good footage from that race.
And then we turned around, and next thing you know, we've got the videos. We've got the videos he got of the memorial lap. I kid you not, are probably some of.
Yeah.
I watched those the other night, and it still
hits home.
It hits me.
Yeah. Sam has learned. You go back and look at our early videos, and you look at what we're doing now. Not that they were bad when we first started, but
they were bad.
No, they weren't. But they're so good now. And here's the thing that frustrates me, is because I had this idea how to get the good shot. And this is me, right? This is how we get the good shot. Let's mount up right here on this down tube, just outside of the right of the driver's head. Face it out so we get the whole screen filled with, speed. And, Sam's like, all right, cool. So we do that. We shatter a lens. 3 or 4 times later, Sam says, we're not doing that anymore. He takes and he moves the camera back to what would be the B post on the down to on the halo. And the video you see the driver's hands, you see the car sliding and the speed's still there, and there's less rocks hitting it. We're not shattering lenses, and he's putting cameras under cars. So your slide job with the way he sets it up is just, it's phenomenal to watch. There's a ton of videos on Moxie Media Promotions. You guys go watch these things. It's all Sam. No one else can have any credit to that. What he does is it's killer, and it's to the point now where we show up and people are asking, hey, can you put a camera on my car? The things that we have learned about individual drivers and their habits, it's so funny.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Roberts.
That's the first one that came to my mind. Yeah. Kevin Roberts. We put a camera in looking out, looking back, and one directly kind of like off to his right looking at the cockpit where you can see his feet.
Yeah, I was trying to get
wheel.
cars to the inside of him, and I ended up getting him.
And it was cool, though, because with Kevin, it was funny because Kevin comes out of the turn, okay? He's got his hands on the wheels through the corner. He comes out, reaches down and grabs a shifter and drives it down straight away with one hand. Into the corner, both hands on the wheel, okay? Sam goes, after we got it, he goes, did you see anything in that Kevin Roberts video? I said, every straightaway he drives one-handed. So we sent it off to Kevin before we posted it. Said, here's what we're going to post. You okay with that? Yeah, not a problem. We made a little comment about it. He goes, what do I do? And he went and watched. He goes, I had no idea I was doing that. He goes, I never knew that.
Same thing happened when Sam put the...
One second.
Oh, gosh.
One second.
We go.
In that same video, I said, did you notice anything else in that video? Kevin says, no. What? I said, you didn't notice your steering wheel's bent? And he says, my steering wheel's bent? I said, go back and watch the video. So he goes, how the heck did you even see that? Most of the videos, not all, but most of them, drivers have bent steering wheels.
And don't know it.
Yep. Well, we had the same thing happen when Sam did the cameras in Justin Katie's car, learning about his driving habits. Justin could never figure out why his deck right by the cockpit would always get dented.